Hi, third grade. How are you? We're back on this beautiful day. Hopefully you guys got outside today, or if you haven't, you're going to be going out. We're here to bring you Lulu's Mysterious Mission. So we read chapters 1, 2, and 3. And like always, if you haven't watched 1, 2, and 3, go back and watch that before you watch these next chapters. Okay, so here we go. Chapter 4 of Lulu's Mysterious Mission. The sight of Miss Selinski with her long, unsmiling face and her hair yanked back in a tight, mean little bun was not the kind to gladden a young girl's heart. She was dressed in some sort of uniform that a general of all generals might wear, with binoculars and a medal. The author did a great job there, giving you a visual. Hopefully you had a picture in your head of what she looked like.
I think I know.
Here's some more description. Canteen hanging down from the belt that held up her pants, and a jacket bedecked with several silver medals, along with rows of badges and ribbons and stars. On her feet were heavy, thick-soled, high-top, laced-up combat boots, the kind that could stomp almost anything into dust. And over her shoulder she hauled a bulging duffel bag stuffed from bottom to top with who knows what. Anyone else, after taking one look at Sophia Selinski, would have shivered and shuddered and instantly said, "I surrender." Here she is.
I think I know.
Look at all the description.
First
There she is. Maybe you're starting to wonder why Lulu's mom and dad would ever hire someone who would wear a menacing uniform and combat boots. All I can tell you is, first, everyone said that Miss Selinski was the best babysitter in town, maybe the world. And second, she may not have looked like that when they interviewed her, but she sure looked like that now. And as I already pointed out, anyone else would have shivered and said, "I surrender," not Lulu. Indeed, when Miss Selinski reached her hand out for a handshake, Lulu, instead of politely reaching back, crossed her arms across her chest, tucked her hands emphatically into her armpits. "Maybe you can't catch something from me, but I," said Lulu, "might catch something from you. And maybe what I might catch could make me even sicker than I already am." "Well, aren't you the sensible one?" Miss Selinski exclaimed, but still no problem. She dug into her duffel bag, pulled out a packet of disinfectant wipes. We all should know what those are. We've been using a lot of those. And briskly wiped down her hands, first left, then right. "I've just killed off my germs, which means you can't catch something from me," she said to Lulu. So now she reached out again. "Shall we shake hands?" Did you guys leave the door open? Can you see her?
Yes. It's the wind opening.
Although there was a question mark at the end of this last sentence, this wasn't a question. Lulu shook hands. After the handshake, Miss Selinski told Lulu's mom and her dad that if they wanted to pack for their trip, she would stay with Lulu and keep her company. "We'll do just fine," she assured them as they gratefully rushed from the room, moving so fast that they didn't see Lulu frantically shaking her head and mouthing so Miss Selinski wouldn't hear her, "Don't go." The minute they were gone, Miss Selinski brought her unsmiling face down close to Lulu's and said, "That I'm so sick routine may work out great in a storybook or in a movie, but don't waste my time trying it on me. You're in excellent health, and I want you on your feet, in your shoes, standing tall, arms straight down at your side, in exactly," she looked at her wristwatch, "90 seconds. No grown-ups in Lulu's entire life ever dared to talk to her that way, and no grown-up, Lulu decided, would be allowed to. And so, without saying a word, she pulled the comforter over her head and pressed her body hard into the mattress. She could hear Miss Selinski counting down. 80 seconds, 60 seconds, 35 seconds, 25, 15 seconds. Time's up. And then without taking a breath, Miss Zielinski swooped and astonished Lulu out of her bed, set her onto her feet and into her shoes, pushed back her shoulders, lifted her chin, and pressed a firm palm against her droopy spine. And what do you know? There was Lulu standing tall, head high, her arms straight down at her sides, looking good, but not quite good enough. Muttered Miss Zielinski as she walked around, carefully checking her out. I see we have a lot of work to do. Chapter 5, here we go. Sun's coming out. From that time on until Lulu's mom and her dad went away the next morning, Lulu had not one moment just with them. Whenever they knocked at the bedroom door, Ms. Zielinski bellowed, "We're still bonding," though in fact, what they mostly were doing was glaring. At dinner, Miss Zielinski was right at Lulu's side, and early on Saturday morning, when Lulu's mom and her dad were kissing her goodbye, and Lulu was getting ready to make believe faint in one last effort to stop them from going, Miss Zielinski was stationed directly behind her, holding tight to the back of her skirt so she couldn't fall. As her mom and her dad headed out to the taxi, Lulu heard her mom saying, "If things don't work out with Lulu," and her dad saying, "And it's just possible that they won't," and her mom saying, "Call us and we'll take the next plane home." To which Miss Zielinski firmly replied, "When I'm the babysitter, things always work out." "We'll see about that," Lulu said to herself, preparing for Plan B, which was doing whatever she had to do to get her parents to take the next plane home. Then the door slammed and Lulu was all alone with Miss Zielinski, trained professional. Oh, check out Lulu. Oh, you could tell by her face, not a happy camper. Chapter 6, one more. Miss Zielinski smiled at Lulu with the kind of smile that an alligator might give you just before the alligator ate you for dinner. It was not the kind of smile that made the person being smiled at want to smile back. It was more the kind of smile that gave you a headache, a stomach ache, and a lump in your throat. You see? Whoa. Sorry, friends. "Maybe I am really sick," Lulu told her. "Could be," said Miss Zielinski. "But lucky for you, I've got just the cure. A nice brisk run around the block 3 times. It will put some fresh air into your lungs and some pink into your cheeks." That was a good idea. "And it will give you a great appetite for the bean and beet omelet I'm making you for breakfast." Ooh, bean and beet. Would you eat that? I like eggs, but not with that. Lulu, you won't be surprised to hear, doesn't do brisk runs or bean and beet omelets. The last time she had a brisk run was when she was briskly running away from Mr. B, a delightful, what? Yep, Brontosaurus, who after a little misunderstanding became her best friend. And a bean and beet omelet sounded like something her dog walking partner and sort of friend, who? Fleischman would eat. Because although utterly disgusting, it was good for him. Now, those of us who know Lulu would have expected her to, what would she do when she doesn't get her way?
Throw a tantrum.
Throw a tantrum. She would screech, "Brisk run? Bean and beet omelet? You must be kidding me." But screeching wasn't part of Lulu's plan B. Instead, she said in a fake, sweet voice, "I'll just go upstairs, Miss Zielinski, and get my sneakers." "And be quick about it," answered Miss Zielinski. "Yes, sir," said Lulu, clicking her heels and saluting at the same time. "I am not amused," said Miss Zielinski. As Lulu headed up the stairs, she cheerfully, though softly, chanted this chant. "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, that babysitter's got to go. Hot or cold or sun or snow, that babysitter's got to go." And you can just see by her face, oh, she's got a plan. She has a mission. And that brings us to chapter 7. So one question today. Oh, hey, hello, Jim. Chapter 7. Make your prediction. What is her plan? She's headed up the steps and we can tell she's got something on her mind.
I think I know.
What's her next trick or mission or plan gonna be to get that babysitter to go?
I know.
Julia knows? What?
She's probably gonna try and not come home and try and get lost so the babysitter can go, and then she's gonna run all the way to the house, and then she's gonna lock all the doors on her so she can't get in.
That's a great prediction. Maybe you have the same one. Make your prediction in the comments below. Chapter 7 coming at you tomorrow. Have a good day, friends.
Bye.
Bye. Say bye, Bee.
Bye.
Bye.